So very, 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 very powerful. We've seen a lot of concepts in here. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, and we're going to stay again on this one, which will take us to following on the lecture here, 004. We're going to be looking at more variables, strings, and concats and concatenations. All right, so we're gonna again dive into variables, strings, and concats, and the reason is this is the entire building block of programming, right? Everything that you're going to be writing, you're either looking at some variables, some strings, you're going to be putting them together, you're going to be building the pieces of them together to actually write your programs. All right, so that's why we're spending a lot of time understanding different variables, how to set them, how to use them, join them together. That way, once we start building more bigger, robust applications, all of these building blocks will come together. So let me expand this here for a second. Let's do enter. All right, so we'll start with a very simple exercise. Let's say my name. Let me comment this out. So we are running one code at a time on the screen. So we've written a lot of code here. All right, so let's say my name. Let's give my name equals Fru. All right, my age equals let's do it this way, 30. Okay, remember with Python we're not putting anything at the end. In some other languages you'll be putting some symbols at the end. Python, very straightforward, very easy language. We're not putting anything at the end. So we've set two variables here, my name and my age. So we know what the name is, we know what the age is. All right, so by now we can greet me very easily. We know how to do it. We know how to be able to take my name and be able to greet me. So let's just do that very quickly. So print hello there, my name is, all right, and then space, and we do my name. Let me zoom this in so that I can write everything on the screen. Then we do my name plus, and my age is my age. All right, so now I'm taking my name, my age, and I'm going down here. I'm saying hello there, my name is, and I'm putting in my name, and my age is, and I'm putting out my age. All right, so this should simply just take that, run. Very simple, very, 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 very basic program. Hello there, my name is Fru, and my age is 30. All right, you can always change these values. You can say my age is 25 for the young programmers out there. All right, or you can say my age is 20 in college. All right, so it's simply just taking that name and it's printing that on the screen. So very, very powerful. Now I want to introduce a new concept. Earlier on we were talking about let's go up here. We were talking about strings and we're talking about numbers. So you might be saying, well, earlier here I was talking about strings and I was talking about numbers, and I said if we're trying to print 5, numbers we don't need the quote, but for strings we need the quote. All right, so again, strings, quote, numbers, no quotes. So you're asking, but Fru, your age, the age that you've shown me here is it's a number. All right, why are we still putting a quote to that? All right, so if I run this, we saw that it ran, it printed my name is this. But what happens, guys, what happens if I go ahead and I take this out? I take this out, I do it like that, still valid, right? We saw earlier that this is still valid. All right, you don't believe me? Let's do it. Let's do something really quick. Let's print let's print my name, and then let's go ahead and print my age. All right, if I print that, voila, Fru 30, valid stuff. All right. So we saw that this is a string because it has the quotes. And what is this? A number because it doesn't have the quotes. So those are the two different data types we're talking about. But let me take this aside. Let me delete that. Now, all of those are valid. But what happens if I run this particular program now, right? I'm printing string here, my name, and I'm printing a number here with this plus, which is my age. So if I run that, boo. So now we're getting an error, all right? And there's a reason why we're getting this error. We're getting this error because I'm taking something here that's a string and I'm putting it in here. And I'm taking something here that's a number and I'm putting it in here, right? If you take water and you take oil and you mix them, guess what? It doesn't go together. You can't take two different things and try to mix them and expect that there will not be no issues. That's the issue that we're running into here, right? Because we're taking a number and we're trying to join that to something that is a string, right? So this would absolutely does not work, right? The way that we solve that is we can put this quotation here, and what that does is now it says this is not a number, this is a string, and if I run this, it's a string and a string. Let me write this here. It's a string and a string, no problem. No problem at all, it's gonna run. But by the time I start taking a number, removing the quotes, and I'm trying to put that to a string, then I have a problem. So number and number, you can join them, no problem. String and string, you can join them, no problem. You'll be taking string and a number and you try to join them, guess what? We run into a problem. So that's one of the fundamental rules within Python that we have to always understand, right? So we cannot be mixing our data types. We cannot be mixing our data types. So very, very important lesson to learn. Now, in the next couple of videos, I'll be showing you how to, if we cannot mix data types, how can we take something that's a string and convert it to a number? And how can we take something that's a number to a string and vice versa, right? I've shown you one way to take a string to a number to a string by just doing this, right? But there are better ways to do it within Python that the language allows. And that's actually what programmers do, which will be very, very important to be aware of. So this